Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is kind of going to be a part of the series Why X Group Flopped. I say kind of because Pristin, the group we're going to be talking about, didn't really flop in the sense that they were unsuccessful, but a lot of you guys have been requesting that I cover them, so I decided to deliver. Before we get into this video, I have to give a disclaimer that I likely do not have all of the facts. I say this in every single video, but I really want to emphasize it in this one, as Pristin and their disbandment has been a very popular topic over the last several months, and there are probably plenty of you that know more than I do. I do my best to do as much research as possible for these videos, but because I am only one person, and because I do not speak Korean, there are only so many reliable sources I was able to find about Pristin and why they disbanded. If I missed anything or if I got something wrong, please politely let me know in the comments. Also, there are details I did not include in this video simply because I felt like they weren't relevant in discussing what happened to Pristin. But with all of that out of the way, let's just get into the video. Hello, it's editing me here. So on the day that I recorded this audio, for some reason people in my dorms decided that they were going to slam their doors as loudly and as frequently as possible. So I'm really sorry if you hear doors slamming in the background. I did my best to edit it out, and I did consider re-recording this whole thing, but I felt like I would just be wasting my time at this point, and it also took me hours to record. So yeah, I'm really sorry if you hear that in the background, but yeah, back to the video, I guess. Pristin debuted as a 10-member girl group consisting of members Nayoung, Roa, Yuha, Unwoo, Rena, Kyeokyoung, Yehana, Sungyeon, Shihan, and Kyla under Pledis Entertainment. The group has been around since 2016, and they made their debut on March 21st, 2017 with the lead single We Woo and the EP Hi Pristin. Prior to debuting, the group was officially announced by Pledis on March 23, 2016, originally with the name Pledis Girls. On the same day, one of the members, Unwoo, was featured on a song titled Sickness with Vernon, a member of the boy group 17, who was also under Pledis Entertainment. From May 14th until September 10th of 2016, the members of Pledis Girls held concerts in which the members would perform weekly. They held their last pre-debut concert on January 6, 2017, and just before they debuted, they were renamed Pristin, which is a blend of the words prismatic, meaning bright and clear, and elastin, meaning flawless strength. During their pre-debut activities, Nayoung and Kyeokyoung were absent because, as many of you know, they were promoting in the Produce 101 group imovie. 5 other members, Roa, Yuha, Unwoo, Rena, and Shihan, also competed on the survival show, but they were eliminated. When imovie disbanded on January 29, 2017, Nayoung and Kyeokyoung reunited with the group just before their debut. Many people unfamiliar with Pristin assume that their fate was due to Pristin being unsuccessful, but this is actually not true. Their debut album sold over 11,000 copies in the first week and over 43,000 copies overall, which are pretty high numbers for a rookie group. On March 25, 2017, only 4 days after their debut, Pristin held a fan sign in which only 100 fans were supposed to attend, but the turnout ended up being much greater than 100 and the event lasted 3 hours. They were considered the strongest rookie group of 2017 and received 4 Rookie of the Year awards at the end of the year award shows and were nominated for many, many more. On August 23, 2017, Pristin came back with the lead single We Like and their second mini-album School Out. While this comeback was not as successful as We Woo, likely due to some controversy around the lyrics, it was still relatively successful, peaking at number 4 on the Gaon album charts and number 5 on Billboard album charts. It was also around this time that Pristin was beginning to gain a more stable fan base. Pristin ranked at number 5 on girl group brand rankings for September 2017. It was around this time as well that controversy began to surround the group. On September 10th, shortly after the release of We Like, Pristin held a fan sign. Fans of Pristin pointed out that during this fan sign, one of the members, Kyla, was given individual time to pose for cameras, however she was ignored in favor of the other members. This was not the first time she had been disrespected like this, as she had been repeatedly bullied by netizens for her body type, as many didn't think that she was quote-unquote skinny enough to be an idol. About 2 months after the release of We Like, it was announced on October 11th that Kyla would be put on an indefinite hiatus due to health issues. Many rumors spread that she was going on hiatus due to the hate that she was receiving, but she cleared the air in a Q&A on September 21st, 2019, saying that she had actually gone on hiatus due to a concussion.
And also, a lot of you guys have sort of speculated why I went on hiatus, and I can tell you now that it wasn't because of the hate comments. It wasn't because, of my weight and how that affected my mental health. Like, I can understand why you would say that, but in actuality, the reason why I went on hiatus is because I ended up getting injured. I got a concussion while filming our second music video, and the doctors and my company decided that it would be best if I took a period to rest and recover from this injury. They all thought that it was important that I fully recovered before we continued on with any new promotions.
This is when things began to go south with the group. After it was announced that Kyla was going on hiatus, fans began to worry about the status of the group, when they would have a comeback, and whether or not Kyla would promote with them. Then, in April of 2018, a Twitter account claiming to be close to Pristin said that they would have a comeback in May, but that they think it'll only be with 5 members. This account was correct. On May 8th of 2018, it was announced that Pristin would be debuting a subunit called Pristin V, consisting of members Nayoung, Roa, Eunwoo, Rena, and Kyeokyeong. They made their debut on May 28th with the single album Like a V, promoting the lead single Get It. Fans were relieved to see that Pristin was being active again. However, after the debut of the subunit and after promotions for Get It ended in mid-June, it was radio silence from the members in the company. From then on, there were no group activities from Pristin and no updates from the members themselves, as they stopped updating their Twitter account on July 8th and stopped updating their Instagram account as well. Kyeokyeong did make her solo debut in China with the single Y on September 6th and was confirmed to be one of the leads in a Chinese web drama titled Miss Truth that would be released in 2019, but aside from this, there was little to no group activities. Fans began to worry as rumors of disbandment began to grow. In October of 2018, a Korean media outlet reported that one of the members, Shion, had terminated her contract with Pledis. Pledis denied this allegation, claiming that Shion was still signed to their company. It was also reported around this time that Kyla had been seen working at a fair in Los Angeles, California, leading fans to speculate even more about what would happen to Pristin. Only a month later, on November 25th, a deleted report came out stating that Kyla had terminated her contract with Pledis. Kyla's sister did, however, state in an Instagram live that this was all just rumors, but the company released no official statement. This again began to stir up rumors about disbandment. All of the rumors around Pristin disbanding, combined with Pledis doing little to nothing to stop these rumors, and radio silence from the members began to make fans angry. It had been over a year since Pristin had a comeback as a whole group, and fans were outraged. On December 7, 2018, fans of Pristin stuck notes against the company building demanding a comeback from Pristin. However, Pledis did not acknowledge this protest at all, not even bothering to remove the notes from the company building, enraging fans even more. There were also accusations that Pledis was deleting posts related to the comeback protests on their fan cafe. In January of 2019, the same Twitter account who had tweeted about Pristin V's debut began tweeting about Pristin being mistreated by Pledis. They wrote, "No matter how many endorsement deals Pristin gets, he just rejects it and he won't get them any events either. Hang Sung-soo, you crazy bastard. Sung-soo, you messed up the lives of 9 people. Everyone is tired. People who are next to them are so worried. They themselves are trying to say it's okay and have the mindset to do anything. This doesn't make any sense, Sung-soo." Fans' anger over the silence on Pristin's status from the company only grew. On February 15, 2019, Shion attended her graduation from the School of Performing Arts Seoul. Fans were outraged as Shion did not receive the traditional idol treatment for her graduation ceremony. Usually when an idol graduates, there's a special panel where the press can take pictures. However, Shion did not get this treatment, and all of the pictures taken of her at her graduation ceremony were candid ones. She also did not receive any special awards, which are common for idols who graduate. Shion apparently went to her graduation ceremony by taxi and was not accompanied by a manager. The lack of typical idol treatment for Shion at her graduation ceremony led people to believe that she is no longer an idol. In addition to this, only one member of Pristin, Sungyeon, came to the ceremony, and there were no congratulatory posts posted to any of the official Pristin social media accounts. Time kept passing by with no news of a comeback or what would happen to Pristin. The group's second anniversary came and went without their company even posting a congratulatory message to the group's social media. Then finally, there was activity from the members. In April, the members of Pristin began to open up their personal social media accounts. Kyla created her own Instagram and Twitter account, Rena opened up her own Instagram and TikTok account, and Nayoung, Eunwoo, Shion, Kyeokyeong, and Sungyeon opened up Instagram accounts as well. While fans were happy to hear from the members again, a lot of them began to worry if this meant that the group had disbanded. Then, on May 24, 2019, it was announced that Pristin would be disbanding. Pledis released an official statement saying that the company and the members of Pristin talked for a long time before they came to the mutual agreement to disband the group. It was also revealed that Nayoung, Roa, Yuha, Eunwoo, Rena, Xian, and Kyla had all terminated their contracts with Pledis, and that Kyeokyoung, Yehana, and Sungyeon would be the only members staying with the company. A few of the members also took to their personal Instagram accounts to announce their disbandment and to apologize to fans. Fans were deeply upset by this news and furious with Pledis Entertainment, as Pristin had only been a group for just over 2 years and had only had 2 comebacks as a whole unit. Many netizens had a lot to say about Pristin disbanding, some claiming that the act-gays were too much for the group and the company to handle, and others claimed that they disbanded due to Pledis promoting other groups, such as Fromis9 and Aizwan. But what had confused fans and non-fans the most was the randomness of this announcement, as it had basically come out of nowhere. While rumors of disbandment were constantly circulating throughout the group's unofficial hiatus, most fans assumed that Pristin would eventually come back. This was a devastating blow to fans who held out hope that the group would eventually return. So, the big question fans and non-fans alike have been asking: what actually happened to Pristin? Before we get into this section, I have to give 2 huge disclaimers. The first one being that nobody really knows why Pristin disbanded aside from the members themselves and the company. Many of the members of Pristin have come forward and spoken about the group's disbandment, but the full story is not known. This section will rather be a collection of information I've gathered based on what the members, company, and staff have said about the group. The second one being that I know in these types of videos I usually do a section where I discuss what went wrong and how I'd save the group, but out of respect for the members of Pristin and their privacy, I will not be discussing any theories about what happened to them or giving any opinion on how I'd save them. Seeing as I do not have enough information as to what really happened to the group, and based on the way the members have spoken about disbandment, I feel that it would be ignorant and inappropriate for me to include something like that in this video. Many of the members have come forward and revealed details behind their disbandment, but like I said, the full story is not known. Kyla said in her Q&A video that the members of Pristin themselves decided that it would be best if they went their own separate ways.
The question that everyone is dying for me to answer. And that question is, what happened to Pristin? I know that a lot of you guys are anxious to hear my answer, and what I can tell you is that a lot of things happen behind the scenes that you guys are unaware of, and ultimately we all came to the decision, we all came to this mutual agreement that it would be best if we all went our separate paths. We all have our own callings, and we thought that at this point it would be best if we went in our separate directions. And while our time as Pristin was incredibly meaningful, it was important that we sort of branched out and tried different things this time. So that's the reason. And let me just say that I know that there have been a lot of rumors, there have been a lot of speculations, there have been a lot of articles that sort of went around saying, oh, this is what happened, or oh, this is what happened. And let me just tell you, that's not true. You guys can speculate what happened all you want, but ultimately we all just thought that it was best if we disbanded. And although it is an unfortunate situation, we all take our best memories and our best experience from Pristin, and we're all so very grateful that it happened and we had all of these amazing experiences together. And I think that that's the most important part. You know, it was a very positive experience all around, and I would never trade it for the world. So please do not listen to any rumors, please do not spin the tale anymore, because I have told you the truth and I told you exactly what has happened, you know. So I hope you guys are sort of understanding, and I hope you guys agree with the statements that I have just said. And let me just say, I'm very grateful for all of you for sticking around and watching this video. And I know that a lot of you guys had expected me to sort of spill the tea, talk about like all of these awful things that happened, but it really wasn't like that. And I would appreciate it if you took the story to heart and you decided to turn it into something that was incredibly positive.
In contrast, Rena, who is now a part of the group Hinapia along with 3 other ex-Pristin members, stated at a showcase that the members of Pristin did not know that they would be disbanding, and at the time the news broke out they were actually working on an album for their next comeback. Roa, who's now also a member of Hinapia, said something similar to Rena. When talking about re-debuting and Pristin disbanding, she said the following. We talked to the company when Pristin was being disbanded. There were those who wanted to study/follow other paths. Among the members, we spoke frankly about what we'd do if disbanded. And after that discussion, the members who wanted to be singers were us four. She also talked about her personal feelings towards Pristin disbanding on an episode of the show Video Star, saying that the group's disbandment had a big impact on her mental health. Her response to the group's disbandment implied that this was not a choice made by the members.
제가 그 전에 같이 데뷔했던 친구들이랑 팀이 해체가 되게 되어서 다시 마음이 맞는 친구들이랑 우리 한 번만 더 해볼까 해서 작년 11월에 다시 데뷔를 하게 됐습니다. 그래서 막 저희가 처음에 딱 데뷔를 해서 되게 승승장구할 줄 알았어요. 막 상도 많이 받고 막 그렇게 되다가 딱 팀이 없어지니까 사람이 살면서 가치 있는 게 하나씩은 있잖아요. 근데 그런 게 진짜 다 없어지는 느낌인 거예요. 그래서 그때부터 깨있는 게 싫고 잠자는 게 좋고 그러다 보니까 솔직히 영원한 잠은 그런 거잖아요. 그러다 보니까 내가 이러다가는 진짜 큰일이 나겠다. 그런 생각이 들었던 것 같아요.
언니도 그래.
Another former member of Pristin, Shion, made a post on December 3rd, 2019 that made fans worry. She posted a picture and the caption reads as follows. I have to live even for the people who are left behind. I have to live. I have to try living. Even if my lungs are being squeezed, I have to try breathing. I have to live. I have to try living. It's okay, Junghyun. It's okay. She almost immediately deleted the post, but fans took screenshots as this was obviously worrisome to them. While it didn't explicitly say in Shion's post that this was related to Pristin, it's widely believed that it is due to the group disbanding earlier that year. And so, that is what happened to Pristin. The full story behind why Pristin disbanded may never be known by anyone other than the members themselves in the company, but I tried my best to give as many details about the group's history as I could. If you are a fan of Pristin, or at the very least are sympathetic to what happened to them, I strongly recommend that you support the group Hinapia. As I said, 4 of the former members of Pristin re-debuted in the group last year, and I highly recommend that you support them as they can use all of the love and support that they can get. That's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you all, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!